my goodness, we're live. Just trying to bring up my live on my computer so I can see the comments. Oh my gosh, it's been a while. It's definitely been a while. Okay, got it all set up. So I'm gonna be live here for just 30 minutes, you guys. And I'm just working on details on this doll. I have a few dolls I'm working on, but right now I'm kind of focusing a lot on this one here that some of you have been seeing me upload small little shorts of her and also a Facebook wall post with an official, like professional picture of her, not just cell phone photos, but an actual professional photo in did I say Facebook? Yeah. Sorry, I meant to say YouTube. Facebook, that word just needs to disappear from my vocabulary because I no longer have a Facebook. How ridiculous and unfair is that? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hey, Lisa. I was not expecting to see you here. So happy to see you here. And Nancy and Bonnie. Thank you for joining me, guys. Yeah, like I was saying, I'm only going to be here for about half an hour, and I'm sitting here working on this doll, working on details, and I'm like, I'll just go live. Why work by myself when I can work with you guys? So I'm doing a couple things. I'm doing possibly the final blushing on this doll. So I don't want her blushing to be too dark. So I just blushed this little closed tan here. And I'm also seeing I need to start putting in my veining. So as I'm blushing, I start seeing the areas that need the veining. So I'm just starting to add it in. So that's what I'm doing right now, you guys. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday morning. It's 12:40 p.m. here in Kentucky. I know it's earlier, like where Lisa's at in California. She's saying it's Sunday and she's not driving dogs to the Bay Area today. Sounds like you might be. I'm so happy to have you here. Everybody, thank you for joining me. But yeah. So I'm just, painting here. Hopefully you guys can see. I try to put my tripod in a way where you guys can see me. Here's the tripod legs. If you guys are wondering, what is that right there? These are the tripod legs, and my phone is up here. And I am looking for, let's see, I'm looking for a blush to kind of blend this little blue area I'm adding here to the hand. Because you guys know, our hands, and I imagine babies' hands as well, you can see veins. At least my hand, you can really see some veins. So, I add a little bit of blue to the hands, not too much, just a little area where, like, I see it in my brain. It's so crazy when I'm painting, especially when it comes to painting veins. And see, then my mind starts playing tricks on me. But like, I start seeing the vein in my head. I visualize it before I start painting it, and that one came out a little too thick. So that's what I'm doing today. What are you guys up to? I'm trying to finish up this doll so I can start rooting her, and then she will be available on the website. I don't have a personal website. A lot of people ask me if I have a website. I don't. If I ever have to put my dolls for sale, because Typically, my dolls find homes before I even finish them. That's how it used to be. But I haven't painted the way that I used to in so long. But anyway, if a doll doesn't find a home before I finish it, I do put them on my wife's website. She has a website. I don't have a website just because I don't make dolls that frequently. I'm trying to change that though. I know I keep saying that, but I have a neck injury that doesn't allow me to work as long as I want to work. But anyway, yeah, so I don't make dolls as often as I want to make them. So technically I can't like it just doesn't I don't feel like there's a point to having one because I have to maintain it. I have to pay all these fees and it just it just doesn't sound rational to me. So I just share my work on my other platforms for now. But if that changes, then I would love to have a website where I sell my work. But in the meantime, I just, I'll just put it on my wife's website for now. That makes sense. So, and I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just, trying to finish up this little vein here. And then I'll look at the chat. They're very light. I don't expect you guys to be able to see them. Oh my gosh, let's see. We have Debbie in here. Welcome. And Bonnie, she says it's snowing again in New Hampshire. No way, Bonnie. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry to hear that. I see the little crying face you left. Oh my goodness. We and Reborn Diaries is in here. Welcome. Oh my goodness. No, do not say the word snow. It's finally warming up here. And we've been enjoying the sun and the warmth from the sun. And it slightly felt yesterday like I was back home in California. But now you're saying snow. I know it's supposed to rain here, but you can't really trust the weather forecast that much because all of a sudden it'll be snowing and it never even called for snow. And then it'll snow a lot. I'm like, how was this not informed prior to all this chaos happening? So yeah, we did have snow about a week ago here, and it snowed quite a bit. Thankfully, most of the snow melted in the next 48 hours, but right now there's no signs of snow anywhere. All the snow is gone. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just doing here little tiny blue details on this doll. They're very light. I know you guys won't be able to see them, but I will build up on them as I finish her up. Kind of like to start light and then build up on them if I need to build up on them. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. When it comes to my ethnic dolls, I like to do the veining more towards the end versus the beginning, like my lighter tone dolls, Caucasian or fair skin tone, whatever you want to call them. They get veining in the beginning. Like that is so crucial for the beginning stages. But for my ethnic dolls, I find myself doing them in the end because while they are important in terms of realism, they just really tie things up more towards the end for me. So that's when I do them. But I know they're so light, you guys can't really see them. Um, but they're there. And it's such a slow process. Oh my gosh, reborning takes me forever. I wish I was quicker. I try to be quick, but I don't want to compromise the realism. I try to find shortcuts, which I have. The quickest shortcut I have found is stop neutralizing the doll. I used to neutralize my ethnic dolls and I realized that I don't need to do that. And I was wasting just neutralization alone, guys, can be a couple days. And I'm talking working on the doll day in and day out. So I learned, okay, I don't really need to do that. Like this doll, she is not neutralized. And it does not compromise realism. It doesn't really change much other than if I do neutralize her, I make the process even harder for myself. Getting to the end game, which would be the realism, takes a lot longer. Hey, twin mom, welcome. So happy to see you here. And Amanda, welcome. And reborn baby Eugenia, welcome, guys. So happy to have to have you guys here. Um, so yeah, I know you guys can't see the veining very well. Plus, I'm using my phone. It doesn't pick up a lot of details, but we do have some very, very, very light natural veining going on here down the arm, goes here to the side. And I'm also blushing. I blushed this hand before I came live. Um, I know these other limbs look blushed, and they have been blushed, but I just blush again towards sorry, getting all tongue tied. During the process, I do blush the little hands and the feet a few times, but so right now I'm focusing on those two things, but it's time consuming, as you guys can see. And then I have to visualize the vein, like, okay, where else are we gonna, extend this vein out to? I have to see it in my mind. I really do. I'm like, okay, does this make sense? Um, so that's what I'm doing here. I thought, why not go live? I've been wanting to come live here with you guys and just hang out. Earlier, before I went live, I was working on veining here. I know it's really hard to see. It's just so light. But it's there, so I was working on that. I'm actually thinking about pulling this vein a little out like this. I would say veining and creasing are some of the most time-consuming steps. See, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's really light, and I'm still blending it. I'm trying to make it look supernatural. I'm gonna go look at the chat in just a second, you guys. Let's see. Let's see. Ah, twin mom, you're so sweet. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. She says you're a natural artist. I've always loved to paint, draw since a child. I was that kid that would take white pieces of paper and go outside and draw my birds. I did that a lot. I just like would sketch out our pet birds that were outside, or just try to, draw faces, color, paint. Like I kept myself busy doing that a lot. If I wasn't playing with my Barbies, I was like coloring or painting. And then as I got older, I became very like musically inclined. So I would play guitar a lot, did a lot of musical things. Let's see. Oh my god, the hands are adorable, says Reborn Diaries. We have Fake or Real, which is Carol. Welcome! Carol has my latest ethnic reborn doll that I finished earlier this year, was it? Pretty sure it was earlier this year. Sorry. I do have a terrible memory. Twin Mom says you've done a good job so far, but I've seen your other dolls completely done, and she was beautiful, stunning. Thank you. And Twin Mom says, Jackie, I'm almost done rooting my second silicone doll. That I just started painting them. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's amazing. I want to start painting the silicone doll. I've never, ever, ever have I painted a silicone doll. Oh my gosh, honestly, because it just seems like it's not that it's intimidating, but like keeping the lint off of them and like the whole, as you're working, the paint is drying and setting. That makes me nervous. So, oh my gosh. But I have rooted silicone dolls. I've rooted quite a bit of silicone heads and full body silicone dolls for people that have, you know, um, paid me to do so throughout the years. It's been a while though since I've rooted a silicone doll. But those are fun. People always ask me which one is easier, which one I prefer, but honestly, it's the same. I think a silicone doll, like, if you're reading a silicone, full body silicone, those it's just complicated because you have to deal with the whole body of the baby. But, when you're rooting a vinyl head or a silicone head, you can just put it on I like to put them in a big bowl. Oops. In a big bowl, and it's a lot easier to handle that way versus a full body baby. So anyway, I'm just blushing her little fingers. This is probably like the fourth time throughout her process that I am blushing them. And I feel like they're just a little too light. I want to just do another layer of blushing. Yeah, this is how I blush. Just put a little bit of paint down, and then with a clean brush, I just blend out the paint. I used to use a sponge to do this, but I honestly really like the brush better because I feel like I have more control of the paint. Maybe this might be the last time I blush her hands and her feet because I don't want to make them too pink. Because once we make them too pink, it's a little bit difficult, or I would say impossible, to come back from that. But yeah, I would say I'm probably about halfway done with this Reborn doll. I honestly wish I was already done, but because I've been working on her for quite a while. Like every day this week for a few hours, I've been working on her. I've been trying to dial in her skin tone. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm happy with it, if it needs something else. Let me read your guys' comments. Twin Mom says your encouragement words on Facebook group really made me just do it. I am so happy to hear that. I'm so happy to hear that. And I'm trying to, I know I wasn't as active on my other social platforms as I was on Facebook, and I'm trying to, be as active as I was on Facebook on my other social media platforms in the same way I was on Facebook, the same posts that I would make on Facebook, but it honestly has been hard to get over what happened because it was absolutely unfair and that this happened to Stephanie and I, because the reports that were submitted were absolute lies. You guys know, you guys follow us on Facebook. followed us on Facebook. There is no way that we were posting things that were against Facebook community guidelines. We had been on Facebook for years. So, yeah, I have my suspicions though as to why that happened. I can't prove it, but I have my suspicions. I have my gut feeling as to why things happen the way they why those things happen. And while somebody did tell on themselves in a Facebook group of where they talk about, which is really crazy to me, but they talk about supposed reborn scammers and liars. That's something like that. Somebody told on themselves there, and I don't think it was all her though. There's no way it was all her. The timing of everything, the way that it happened, I think there's more to that story. These are just these are just my suspicions, right? Of course, I have partial proof, but I can't really say that I know for sure what happened. But just the timing of everything leads me to believe there was way more people involved in taking us down, taking our Facebooks or reporting our Facebooks and making sure we weren't online. What I will say, can I appeal? Yes, I tried to appeal, but because of how these people, and I do believe there was more than one person involved. The way that they reported our Facebook group, because it was our Facebook group that was reported, All Dolls Matter. But because Stephanie was the group owner, and because my account is in relation to that group by IP address, that's why my account is gone. And that's why Stephanie's account is gone. This all happened through All Dolls Matter. But anyway, yeah, because of they was like child exploitation, which is ridiculous. That's why our stuff is gone. But I just don't want to say too much because. But all I'm gonna say is I really strongly believe that our this happened because we were gonna release those paints on um our platform, on our In Love with Reborn's 2011.org website, and I strongly believe there are some people that do not want us to sell those paints. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. There's been a lot of strange activity because of ever since we announced we were gonna sell those paints from Spain. I the timing of it all, I think some people really made it an initiative to make sure that we do not sell those paints. So that's why our Facebook pages are gone. And there's just been a lot of strange activity on our website after that. It's just the timing of everything. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. So are we gonna sell those paints right now? All that is on hold. Right now, all of that. There's a lot of back behind the scene things, guys, that unfortunately I cannot talk about. But that's just as far as I can tell you guys without things getting crazy, crazy. So that's just how bad. There's a group of people that do not want those paints in the USA. Because why? I don't know. I don't know. But that lady used to sell in the USA. Her paints used to be sold by certain vendors. And because she took a stance about reproduced doll kits, they stopped carrying her paints, and that was like five years ago or so. And so she reached out to my wife and I to see if we could help her bring the paints back to America. We're like, of course, we would love to. And then crazy things started happening behind the scenes. Yeah, I know you don't understand why I would be attacked about that, and there's just some details that I cannot publicly discuss because some people are crazy. But those are just my suspicions. See, those are my suspicions. Um just based on certain things that have happened and just knowing certain things about certain people. I know it's not going to add up because, again, I cannot talk about certain things because people are just quickly to sue people. That's the thing. People are quickly to sue people. And I just don't want to be in that situation. But anyway, I've had quite a bit of people ask if we're bringing the paints to our website, if we're going to be selling them. And the answer right now is no. It breaks my heart. It really, really does. But the person that I was working with to sell these paints, the owner of these paints, strongly also believes that that's the reason why our Facebook is gone, because some people took it upon themselves to report our pages so that our group would be gone, so that we would be gone from Facebook and not, you know, because everybody was excited. Oh my gosh, there was so many people excited for these paints, but there are just some people that don't want these paints being sold here. I do know that for a fact, guys. I'm not making that up. I know for a fact that there are some people that do not want those paints being sold in the United States for you guys to buy. I know that for a fact. And I don't even know if I should be saying all this, guys. Oops. But I do feel like some of you should know. And that's why, because I know that as being a fact, that leads me to believe that that's why my Facebook group, my Facebook pages are gone, because of the timing of when everything happened. Make an announcement, we're selling these paints. In less than a week, our Facebooks are gone. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? No, Facebook, you cannot talk to anybody on Facebook. It's all AI. It's all AI. Is it because the paints are really good? I use the paints, guys. They are comparable, if not better, to Genesis. I started painting this doll with Genesis heat set paints. Then I got the paints. Then I moved to working with finishing up this doll with those paints. I am shaking telling you guys this. I am. The paints are good. You guys know, everybody used to pay with Genesis heat set paints, and then they start producing the Genesis paints. And from what I know about the reason why they stopped making them is because of how they're made. And certain laws passed, and they just couldn't produce the paints the same way. And so ever since then, there's been different companies trying to make paints, to substitute for the fact that Genesis is gone. And personally, I've not tried anything else other than Genesis. My wife and I have a pretty nice supply of Genesis paints to not, experiment around. But we're like this lady reached out to us to, hey, would you guys be interested in, selling my paints? Um, my gosh, I'm shaking. Selling my paints. Um, and I'm like, well, I would love to, but I've never painted with your paint. So she sent us a sample of paints to try out, and I'm in love. They're a great product. They paint beautifully. The varnishes are beautiful. She even has this product that is a vinyl repair product where, if there's a tear in the vinyl or a bubble in the vinyl, you use this product and you bake it and it turns into vinyl, you guys. And there is no other product I've ever seen that does that. So it's really good product from Spain that she manufactured herself, in terms like she formulated the formula for these paints and the varnishes and stuff like that. So, yeah. Do you have to heat set this new paint? Yes, the paint is heat set paints. That's another great thing about it, and why everybody was so excited for these paints is because they are a heat set paint. So, anyway, there's that. It sucks big time, but what are you gonna do? Oh my gosh. And now, yeah. Now we're just, what goes around comes around, says twin mom. They'll get theirs in time. That's what I say. That's what I say. What goes around comes around. No, I just pretty much told them that the reason, why I believe the group is gone, why Facebook is gone, that we know for a fact that there's a group of people that do not want us to sell those paints.
Oh yeah.
And just the timing of everything. My wife just stepped into the into the room. I told them that we just believe that that's the reason why Facebook and all of the groups are gone. And I realize, guys, that it's not just us that have been severely affected by Facebook, our Facebook pages, and our Facebook group being gone. I realize you guys have been as well. A lot of you guys loved interacting in the group. A lot of you guys were selling, trading, sharing your babies in a safe space. It was just us, it was just not our lives that were affected by this. So, but we're trying our best here to just move forward positively, and we've created a space over on my wife's website where we can continue in the same manner as we did on Facebook, sharing our babies, sharing our love for the art, um, in a safe space, no judgment of what you of the reborn dolls that you have or buy or whatever. It's no one's business. So, so yeah, that's going pretty well, you guys. If you guys are looking for a platform of where to share your dolls, share your work, sell your dolls, or trade your dolls in a similar fashion as we were doing on Facebook, you guys can definitely join our group over on our website. It's our website is inlovewithreborns2011.org, and we almost have 200 members. That is amazing. 200 people have joined us over, almost 200 people that have joined us over there. And yeah, so I'm honestly happy to have been able to share that information with you guys, because I'm just like, some of you need to know what we believe has taken place. And now you know. So, yeah, it sucks. Okay, so what were we doing? I got a kind of sidetracked telling that story here with you guys. So we're just, building up the blue tones, making sure I didn't get a little too carried away with the blue there because I was telling a story and not paying attention too much to what I was doing. Okay, so I'm gonna blush this little foot here. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm happy with her skin tone or not. Um, we're gonna add a little bit of blushing color here to her little foot. Um, Thanks for sharing, says Twin Mom. Thank you guys for listening and thank you for being here. Honestly, I did not have plans to talk about that. I kind of just been wanting to move forward, but I feel like it just came out. It just came out. And I'm kind of glad it did because I'm like, how do I share this without it sounding like a conspiracy? But those are just, yeah, those are my beliefs, and it just makes sense because how have we been on Facebook for all these years, right? And now something like this wants to come up. Now when we're, these paints, we're gonna be, selling these paints for someone else, and knowing the history behind the paints, and knowing that certain people don't want these paints here because of the owner's stance against replica dolls. And we know how crazy these people can get over replica dolls. Oh my gosh. All of a sudden, you know, nobody cares about anybody. And they're hurtful and mean and just crazy stuff. And just like I said, there's just some details that I can't discuss because it'll just create problems. But just knowing the history of the lady that owns these paints, what happened to her, I'm just like, yeah, this is why our Facebook group is gone. This is why our pages are gone. Well, again, I don't have much proof because Facebook doesn't tell me who reported our stuff, but it just adds up and you just get this gut feeling, you know what I mean? And then there is just certain activity happening at the time that I'm just like, these people know that we were going to sell these paints and they're just not happy about it. And they're going to make sure that it doesn't happen. So right now, we're just playing it safe is what it is. I know Bonnie said, can you sell your paint on YouTube? Well, technically, I can't sell it on YouTube, I don't think, but I could still put it on my web page, right? But right now, we're just kind of playing it safe. I don't need anything else crazy to happen. Do you understand? I'm just playing it safe. I don't need for something crazy to happen that now I don't have Instagram or I don't have YouTube or I don't have something. You get me? So we're just playing it safe.
Yeah, we don't want to lose our other. We don't really know what. We just don't want to lose our other platforms. That would be awful.
Yeah, we don't want to lose our other ways of interacting with
We
you
would
guys.
love to sell them,
And
but
this is our livelihood. They messed with our livelihood. Facebook being gone was our livelihood. And other people's livelihoods as well because they were selling on our Facebook pages. They were. People were successfully selling dolls.
yeah, but we wish we could sell them, Bonnie. We really wanted to because that was another source of income.
I don't know if Bonnie is still here, but yeah. So, and Amanda says, you and Steph are the reason for me finding Reborns. I love your work and you guys are amazing. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you for those beautiful words. They're very uplifting and encouraging, and you guys find a lot of love and encouragement from Stephanie and I and what we do. But I think you guys don't realize that you guys do that for us as well. You guys really do, because my wife and I have been doing this since 2011. And there's just been many times, especially because of the reborn drama, or the people that want to create drama for us, I should say.
Yeah, it's a
That
shame,
makes
Bonnie, what happened.
makes us want to leave, but
It's awful, especially when they all say we don't matter, but yet they're all over here trying to shut us down. And it's like, clearly we matter so much to you that you are trying to remove us.
yeah, that's the funniest part, you guys, is that these people want to say that, we're not important in the reborn community, and you know uh, but yet what we say and do matters so much that they go in an uproar. They really do. I see it. I see their because people share with me. I see the things they say about us. They're constantly talking about us. It's really sad. It's a really sad way to live, if you ask me, because I really personally don't care what anybody has to do or say. I just live my life. I just wake up and I work on my dolls and I do my own thing. But some people, they just can't get my wife and me out of their thinking. It's crazy. So, yeah, it's been devastating, devastating. But as I have learned through everything I've been through in the Reborn community, this is not the first time going through something difficult or crazy. Just have to move forward, right? And that's it. And yeah, you just build your own safe space, your own community. People will either join you or they will not. And that's okay. But I am happy to have you guys here. I am happy to have a supportive, loving group like you guys. Because if I didn't, well, it would honestly just be the end of all this for me, because I just wouldn't find the strength, I guess, to keep going. So it's been very nice. The feedback that I have received from you guys, from other videos that I have created about Facebook being gone, and all the beautiful, loving, encouraging words and messages have really helped just push forward, because it was really hard at first. It was so hard, so hard. But it made me realize, like I said in my videos, that, the passion, the love, the support, the encouragement, the energy, the positive energy, it wasn't coming from Facebook. It was coming from you guys. It was you guys all along that was making me feel that way. And you guys are here. You guys have been following me on my other platforms or found my other platforms and made me realize a lot of things when all of that was gone. Bonnie's like, they are so jealous of you both. It took me a while to learn the whole jealousy thing, because I feel like I'm not that kind of person. So I really couldn't process that in my head. But after watching some videos of some people and reading the hateful things that people said about us when our Facebook groups and our pages were gone, I saw the jealousy, and I'm like, jealousy is such an ugly, ugly thing that it'll make people do crazy things. And yeah, they really are jealous. I see it. I totally see it now. Even though they want to say they're not. Oh my goodness. Corey says, I love watching your lives. I'm glad you do. Thank you for being here. Amanda says the community needs the positivity you bring. The community really does need positive people. There's a lot of positive people. Thankfully, my wife and I have a positive mindset even after everything we've been through, but I think it's because of what we've been through that has I mean, we're already positive, loving, encouraging people, but I felt like I had to show it even more so that others didn't feel alone and gave up on something that they love so much, like dolls, because these people, oh, they're trying everything and anything, you guys, to push what they don't like out of the community. And again, like, I love how my wife says the community is not just one big whole community, that like how these people like to think about it, that they think they can have control over a group of people. The reborn world is what you make it, and it'll be the community that you want it to be. If you want to be, you know, watching a certain content creator, that's a community. You know, you want to follow, for example, my wife, that's a community. You want to follow what my content, that's also a community. But I like to think as my wife and myself as kind of the same people that follow her follow me, so we're kind of like our own little group, you know. Then there's other content creators on here that I've actually started watching other content creators. I wasn't, because my life was so different. I used to watch other content creators and I kind of stopped because my life was a mess. But now that I'm getting back into it, I've been watching Marisol a lot. Marisol's Reborn Nursery. She is so funny. You know, she has her own people that watch her and comment on her stuff. That's her own little community as well. So um yeah, it's trying to watch other people on here and interact with other people and spread the joy. I don't even know what the point of what I was saying, but yeah. Okay, so I just finished blushing. I know it's really hard to tell, but I really wanted to do a very minimal blushing. I don't want to make her blushing to be super dark. But yeah, she's not done. I'm like, my goodness, what am I missing with her? What am I missing? The last couple of things that I did on her is pink washes. Can you guys believe she's had pink washes? This wash right here. I'll mix it up so you guys can see it. This wash right here, which is very thin. And then what I do is, I actually have been preparing a video for you guys. Anyway, so I don't even know where my sponge is. This sponge right here. I'll dab some paint in here and then I do it on the entire doll. So I've done a couple of those. She really needed that. Right now, what I'm focusing more on is shading. So she needs shading. That is really going to bring in some depth. But I've just been kind of putting that off. But I need to do that next. So probably gonna do that off camera. Just gonna set her right here for now. What we were doing also is veining. So I just kind of look at the arm around and I see where I feel like I need to do some blue tones. I realized, so I really like the way that I painted my pickle. I finished her last year. My gosh, I loved her tone. She had a lot of work done to her though. I feel like this baby is a little bit lighter than that pickle. And I'm like, do I want to make her as dark as I made that one? I'm not sure. Kind of want to, but then I'm scared of ruining her. I'm scared that by ruining her, I mean like I'll go a shade too dark and I went a little darker than I wanted her to be. Which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But with the vision that I have in my head, I'm like afraid of just doing a layer and it was just, oh no, it was a little too much. Let's see. I love watching Marisol says twin mom. I have seen your comments over there, twin mom. I've been listening to her videos more, I should say, while I work this last week. Her content started showing up on my feed, and I'm like, oh, who is this lady? Let's see. Lori's Butterfly House says, Jackie, you're the one that talked me into starting my channel. I stepped away for a few years, but just started back up. It feels like coming home. Love you and Steph. Oh my goodness. Welcome back. Wow. You guys leave me speechless. I am so happy you are back and you have, found that passion again to return and just do what you love and not letting anybody stop you. I've not been making content as I used to, and I'm really trying to change that. A lot has happened in the last 5 to 6 years, but right now what has been stopping me in creating the content and the dolls is my neck. I've talked about it briefly, and I really want to make a video about this. And the only reason why I haven't yet is because I wanted to make sure that what I talked about with you guys was in fact the reason why I'm having these neck issues. And a lot of it has to do with Reborn art. So, guys, if you paint dolls, you want to make sure you take a break from painting. Go stretch out your muscles, move your head around, go walk, because you don't want to end up with the neck issues that I have ended up with from years and years and years of reborning and taking absolutely zero breaks. It is not fun what I've been through, especially this last year, because of always looking down and not relaxing my muscles. You know how like they say also like being on your phone and looking down a lot is not good for you? It's the same thing. If you're on your phone a lot, you guys, you want to make sure you take a break and, go for a walk or do something around the house and make sure you relax those muscles and you don't hurt yourself like I have hurt myself. Hey, Lovely Davis, you need a code to get onto the new site? Honey, can you tell us the code? I know I should have already memorized it by now, and I mean to memorize it, but I can't get the code because the code is on my phone and I'm using my phone to be here with you guys.
It's E.
Here, can you come, or actually, can you come type it here in the chat? We're going to type it here in the chat. Yeah, I know. Marisol, she is so funny. I love how she starts her video. She's like, ride or die, ride or die. She has me dancing. And then I find myself that line is stuck in my head. It'll be stuck in my head for an hour and I'll be singing it in my house. She is so funny. But yeah, you guys want to. So yeah, anyway, that's what's been keeping me from making content here and my dolls, because I want to work like right now. I really should end my live. I've been on here for an hour, almost an hour probably, and I said I would be here for 30 minutes because I need to give my neck a break, but I get so involved here painting with you guys and talking with you guys but I should be taking a break. Um, because I have hurt the nerves in my neck from always painting and looking down and not taking a break. So I want to be making a video to just bring awareness to that, because I'm still a year later and I'm still dealing with it. I am so much better now though, guys. I am so much better now and I am so grateful. I've been seeing a chiropractor daily, and if it wasn't for that, I don't know where I would be. But the chiropractor aligning my neck every day has been what's been helping my symptoms become less and less and less and less and less and less. So, but I'm crazy. I'm the kind of person that, yeah, I'll work all day, I'll paint all day without breaks. And that's that's what's gotten me into the trouble that I am now with my neck. So, I used to not even be able to sit here for 10 minutes and work without pain, but now I can. And see, what am I doing? Taking advantage of it and possibly hurting my neck a little bit. But it's okay. We'll just do that today. Actually, my chiropractor wanted me to not work this weekend. Wait till he comes. Well, I go back there tomorrow and I tell him what I did. He's not going to be too happy with me. But anyway, we've been adding here very light veins throughout the arm. I know it's really hard to see through the camera. It doesn't want to pick them up, but I can see them here in person. It's very, very light. Thank you, lovely F. Davis and Lori's Butterfly House. Thank you so much for sharing that with me, honestly. Thank you, because it's just very encouraging. And, like I say, you guys have said so many amazing, unthoughtful things for me that my wife and I have helped you guys through that. I'm just like, wow, like, that's amazing. But you guys do the same for us. You guys really do. Your loving and encouraging comments, you know, help us keep going. Keep going. That looks so good. Once I do photos of this doll when she's done and all of that, you guys will be able to see these details. Well, anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I really want to stay here longer with you guys, but I really need to take a small break for my health, even though I don't want to. And I had a lot of fun here with you guys. Thank you again, Lori, for your beautiful comment. Thank you, lovely F. Davis, Twin Mom, Bonnie. Oh, Tracy, I'm just seeing your name here. Corey, Amanda. I'm trying to. Um, Nemo, Babe Girl. What else do we have here? Smoosh. Smooth, schmooze, sorry. Nicole, Yolanda. There's some names in here that I've missed. Dana or Diane, Alyssa, Carol, all of you. Reborn Diaries. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me in my life today. You guys are so amazing. Uh, I really love all of you. I really, really, really do. So anyway, guys, I am going to, like I said, take a break and Also working on that video here that I want to upload here for you guys, and just being more active everywhere. Instagram. So right now I have Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We're on YouTube right now. So yeah, stay tuned for content over there. I tend to upload the same things on all my platforms. Right now I'm playing catch up, so you're going to see some things that are older dolls, older content, but I'm just trying to get that content up everywhere. You might have already seen it on Facebook. It just hasn't made it to my other platforms. So I don't want those videos and that content to go to waste. So you're going to be seeing some older dolls pop up. Not that many, because like I said, I haven't been working as much as I've been wanting to, but you're going to start seeing some older content. And then I'll be back to, I'll be, caught up with all that stuff. Anyway, guys, I love you all so much. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll see you all here very, very soon. Trying to end the live.